The United States plans to redeploy nuclear weapons to England after withdrawing them more than 15 years ago. Russia responded angrily, viewing such a move as an escalation. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said Moscow would respond with countermeasures for its own security. Washington's plans emerged in a report last week about an item in the U.S. Air Force's 2024 budget to build a dormitory at RAF Lakenheath in Suffolk for personnel carrying out potential assurance missions, military jargon for nuclear safety and security. This raises the prospect of U.S. nuclear weapons returning to British soil for the first time in more than 15 years. If this step is taken, we will see it as an escalation, as a step towards an escalation that will take things in the opposite direction to solving the urgent problem of withdrawing all nuclear weapons from European countries, Zakharova said, as quoted by The Guardian, Wednesday, the 9th of June 2023. In the context of the United States and NATO's transition towards open confrontation that inflicted a strategic defeat on Russia, this practice and its developments compel us to take countermeasures designed to reliably protect the security interests of our country and its allies, Zakharova continued. By the Federation of American Scientists, FAS, has 100 B-61 gravity bombs deployed in Europe and another 100 B-61s, the only type of tactical nuclear weapon in their arsenal, stored in America. Surely the weapon is a modern version of the B-61. The FAS estimates Russia has 1,816 tactical or non-strategic weapons, shorter range and intended for use in combat rather than to destroy entire cities. Until now the warheads were stored in a storage facility, but Russian President Vladimir Putin announced in June that several nuclear warheads would be deployed in Belarus within a month. So far there has been no confirmation from Western intelligence that the weapons have been moved. The warheads are intended for use on Iskander missiles or as bombs to be dropped by Belarusian Su-24 or Su-25 jets. If the transfer goes through, it will be the first time Moscow has handed nuclear weapons into the hands of its allies since the collapse of the Soviet Union. Matt Korda, a senior researcher at the FAS Nuclear Information Project who was the first to see the U.S. budget item for the guarantor boarding house at RAF Lakenheath, said, "While the potential return of U.S. nuclear weapons to UK soil is certainly worth looking at, this is a bit rich as I see it coming from the government which has spent the last year starting the same thing with Belarus. It is highly unlikely that the Russian government would describe its nuclear sharing arrangements in Belarus as either enhancing or destabilizing, but the parallels between the two situations are clear," he explained.